Today we're going to cover some issues I ran into with the cage fitment. Okay, so in the last video we got the #1 bar installed and fit in between the rockers there. The company that produces this kit, Outlaw Chassis Fab, has never seen a car as narrow as mine from rocker to rocker. He's been doing this for 10 plus years and never seen one this narrow. So it's kind of a problem we got to work through. So that makes it so the main hoop will not drop straight through the rockers. When you're building one of these cages, a difficult thing is getting the welds performed at the top of the cage. And so what a lot of people do is they get the floor structure done, then they get a few things tacked onto the floor structure, like the main hoop, the door bars, and then they will drop the whole cage out of the car and do all of the welding outside of the car. That's how I'd like to do this car. I'm going to have to split the floor, do a cut in the floor. And so ahead of about here to here, if I make a cut in there and then get a spreader bar in between the rockers, then I'll open up the car enough so that I can drop the shoulders of the cage out, which is the widest point, just out through the floor. So on to the next issue I ran into, the roll cage or the chassis not fitting into the car because the car has a sunroof in it. And now I've decided what I want to do with the sunroof. What I'm going to do is drop that structure out of there. And then the plan would be to take a thin piece of aluminum and use some, like a seam sealer and rivets, and mount an aluminum panel in place of the sunroof. I think I'm going to get started removing the sunroof structure. I got the sunroof structure mostly cut out. You can kind of see it over here on the ground. Okay, I got the sunroof all smoothed out to my liking. Might have to cut out a few areas here just to get a little bit more clearance, but it's definitely going to fit, and I don't think we're going to have any more interference issues with where the sunroof was. Now what I'm going to do is work on cutting out the rear section of the floor. All right, I'm trying to get the main hoop lined up where it needs to be, and I got the angle correct. So it's supposed to be leaning back 5 degrees. And then up top I have just kind of like a magnetic stopper set up there. All right, I got the driver's side rocker bar and whatever the 6A bar is called. Got it done. Not done, but tacked in. Next, I believe, is going to be some vertical bars here that are going to go up to a dash bar that's going to go across. So we'll be connecting the front of the cage here pretty soon. So 2 vertical bars, one here, one on the left side, dash bar that will connect those two. The A-pillar bars are going to go across from that dash bar that's going to be installed horizontally there all the way across to the main hoop. And then right between the 2 A-pillars is going to be a windshield bar that goes right by the top of the windshield. Seem to go all right. The welds look pretty good. I still have a lot of trouble filling gaps with TIG welding, but that is to be expected. You're not really supposed to be filling gaps, but I don't know. All right, so I'm starting to work on getting the cage put in here. There's the shop cat, meow meow. Come here. All right, so off camera, I got this horizontal bar installed. Oh, not installed, but I got it welded to the vertical bars. And then I have not welded the vertical bars to the floor structure yet. So in order to get them in the right position, I've temporarily installed the A-pillar bars up to the main hoop. Also, the car is leveled to this reference. The floor is leveled to this reference. and then this dash bar is perfectly level with the reference, which was the car. So I think we're good to go ahead and move the TIG welder over here and get some tack welds put in. Okay, so I went ahead and did a bunch of stuff off camera. I just couldn't help myself, I guess. So I got these, decided to get these door bars cleaned up and tacked in just to give the cage some rigidity forward and backwards. Next step is going to be cleaning up this area, getting the vehicle onto some dollies, getting it over there under the lift, and then getting the body, hopefully the body lifted off of the cage. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through. All right, I got the camera placed down in the car here, and I think I'm gonna just try to cut the floor there. All right, let's see if that camera angle is any better. All right, so you will have missed about a 35-minute video that I would have edited down, of course. Crucial video showing the very end of the cage removal. So what I was trying to show, and did show in that video, was using the stand jacks over there to push the cage out of the car. So what I did was I took these stand jacks, I put the base of them onto the #1 bar, both of them sticking up here past the top of the cage, and then on top of those two bars was another bar that went underneath, that was held up by, you know, this end of the stand jack, the black end, and then it was supported by the, I guess you can't see it, It was supported by another beam that was pushing against the top of the door frame. So I pushed the cage down and out using these stand jacks have kind of a screw function on them. Yeah, threaded, they have a threaded portion on them. During that process, right over there, kind of on that waterfall section of the floor, there's 2 spot welds. 1, 2. One of those spot welds popped or broke while I was pushing the cage out through the floor there. So this cage is probably going to be pretty difficult to get back in, but I guess that'll be a problem for future Sean. So this channel, I think for now, we're going to focus on this Fox body, or for the foreseeable future, we're going to focus on this Fox body. I will be changing the name of the channel if I can, see if the name I want is taken. Also going to be changing the name of this project pretty soon, all related to kind of the engine choice. Like I said earlier, it's going to be different. I think next video we'll do, I don't want to promise, but I think next couple videos I will reveal the engine and do a little bit of engine work. I do have a lot of cage work to do too, so I don't know if the next video is going to be me putting in more bars on this cage and doing some more welding on it, or if it's going to be an engine video. Just don't quite know yet, but look out for the name change on the channel. I'll probably drop the name change before I reveal what the engine is, and so people can kind of start guessing. A lot of you guys probably know already, but are keeping quiet. But yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, like the video. Obviously, this video was a long time coming and a lot of work. That'll be all for now. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.
We keep running faster and faster. I don't know where we're at,